This video will show you how to control individual motors on your robot. First, we'll cover how to set up the motors in the code editor, then we'll look at programming them using the different motor control blocks, and finally we'll end off by using the controller to move the motors manually. Alright, first thing we need to do is set up the motors for our robot. Quickest way to do this is going to File, Open Examples, Templates, and selecting this Simple Clawbot Drivetrain 2 motor. This sets up everything for the simple clawbot, which is basically the same as the base bot, with an added claw mechanism on the front. Instructions can be found in the description. Let's look at the devices menu to get a closer look at this template. When we open it up, we can see the drivetrain just like before, with left and right motors on ports 1 and 6, but now we also have this claw motor set on port 4. If we open this up, we can also see some additional settings. There's labels here, which you can use to name what the forward and reverse directions do on the motor. For the clawbot, they're set to the words close and open. These words don't change the behavior of the motor at all, they're just helpful to remember which direction is which. Lastly, there's also this option to reverse the motor if needed. With everything set up, we now see these new blocks here for spinning the claw motor. Let's drag over this first one that says spin claw motor close. If we run this on the robot, we can see that the claw motor closes the claw. Let me go ahead and stop this, and I'll change close to say open. And if we run this one, the claw now opens instead of closes. We can also use the motor control blocks in combination with the drivetrain blocks. In this little program, I set it up so that the robot drives forward for 12 inches, and then the claw motor grabs down on this cube, and then the robot backs up and takes the cube with it. Another really useful block is this one, which allows you to spin a motor for some amount of degrees. This block is the waiting block version of the non-waiting block we just saw, because this one will wait until the claw motor reaches 90 degrees before it moves on to the next block. Let's go ahead and swap this one in place for our other block, and see how the program runs with this one instead. When we actually run this code though, we see that the robot gets stuck because the claw motor can't rotate the full 90 degrees, so it's holding up the rest of the code and the robot never drives backwards. So for our specific scenario, it's actually better to use the non-waiting block like before, and just spin the claw motor closed instead of waiting for it to go a full 90 degrees. However, spinning a motor for a certain amount of degrees can be really useful in other situations. For example, if we have a robot with an arm and we want to lift the arm to a specific set point. Alright, so last thing I want to go over here is how you can use the controller to move the different motors on your robot. By default, the motor in port 4 is bound to the top right buttons here, so pressing them will cause the claw to close and open. But let's say I want to change it to a different set of buttons. For example, these ones here labeled F. All I have to do is hop over into the controls menu here. See that port 4 is the right bumpers. If I want it to be on F, I have to move it into port 5. So I'll take port 4, move it into port 5, and now if I put the robot back into drive mode, these buttons here should move the claw to close and open. And with that, that's just about it. If this video helped you out, don't forget to click the like button to help others find it, and feel free to subscribe so you can stay up to date with any new videos. Thank you so much for watching.